Here we are, game 2. This is still a best of 5, and there's so much money on the line here. Not for TLO, but for HeRoMaRinE. He's already got 600 euro in the bank from this King of the Hill series, put on by Kaspersky Labs. But like more importantly, another 400 for the winner of this entire set. So a potential 1,000 euro here today for HeRoMaRinE. But I mean, he's going to be walking away with 600 regardless. I think he's pretty happy with the way today's gone. This is better than any day job. However, ladies and gentlemen, spawning here in the lower right corner of the map, playing for Liquid, it is the little one, the Blue Zerg.
And his opponent in the bottom left is going to be from Team Mouz Sports, HeRoMaRinE as a red Terran.
I can't believe how good he's doing today. Like, I knew HeRoMaRinE was a good Terran player, and I knew he was going to do well. I just didn't expect him to do this well. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like dropping so few games as well, it's really impressive how he's been playing today. And let's not forget, he's our only Terran. He's been here since round 1. It's so impressive.
He's only dropped 1 game today. And even the one game was a bit questionable, because that was that really close game.
Yeah.
So a little bit funky to consider here, guys. But TLO, okay, you know what? Down a game, whatever. He's got a best of 5, 2 games to fall back on. I'm pretty positive we'll see a different aggression come out of him, I guess. I mean, I can't believe, like, I still can't get over this. I kind of made the joke about calling the Terran inmate card last game. I mean, TLO got in there. He got into third base. He did so much damage to HeRoMaRinE, but still, HeRoMaRinE vigilantly stuck in there, won the game, and just played so freaking well.
Because it's so easy as well on Entombed Valley to take 3 bases. If it's the same scenario on this map, he probably will have to lift the third base, I feel. Because it's a lot harder to keep it. Because it's more exposed to for attacks from different angles. Rather than being safe up your ramp, turtling in your 3 bases.
Yeah,
Correct
it's kind of questionable. I mean, like,
yeah,
the third base, it's funny. Like, I feel map choice half of the dictation of where your third will be. The other half is player preference. Because if HeRoMaRinE, for example, decides to take his third, regardless of where he takes it, if he makes it a planetary fortress, he's going to be okay. Whereas TLO, he's got away with that creep spread. So I mean, it's much more inclined to take the closer in base third. But if you go north, again, makes you more susceptible to drops, but you're further away from your creep. It's kind of like, what do you prefer to do in that situation?
Yeah, and I feel that's for every player it's different.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, and that's what makes StarCraft so cool. You can have your own playstyle. And these small decisions you can make. Some people prefer build X or whatever, but anyway, enough about that because I don't actually know where the hell this is going.
I was gonna say, like, I'm trying to figure out where to tack onto that, but
let's just keep on going. It's all cool.
Alright, well, Zerg anyway. Chase the SCV out for the time being. We have the early in-base CC, as always, out of HeRoMaRinE. We'll see if he goes for number 3 or if he decides to go for some aggression. I mean, last game he was able to wall himself in. You can't quite pull that same strategy off here. In fact, yes, we do have a factory on the way. Most likely will be Hellions, as HeRoMaRinE has been kind of avoiding Widow Mines for the majority of the day. But I would not...
Against Terran, at least.
Well, even against the Zerg series.
Sorry. Even against Zerg, we haven't seen him make Widow Mines.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I'd really like to see maybe a change up for that. I think one of the best usage of Widow Mines I've seen in recent days, STC recently played in the ESL EMS, it's Team League for ESL for those who don't know, and he did this thing where, like, the Widow Mines weren't even, I don't feel strategically placed, they were just kind of like, he closed his eyes and just threw them all over the map, right? So there was nowhere the Zerg player could go without taking like the odd loss here or there. But they weren't causing like crippling damage. No Widow Mine was picking off like 50 Zerglings at a time. But there was enough of them all over the place that the Zerg player just couldn't go anywhere at all.
Yeah, you get like this feeling like, oh, where do I look?
Yeah, Widow Mine hell, man. A lot of pro players tweeting about the frustrations involved.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, people joining chat. Did HeRoMaRinE really win that game on Entombed? I don't know how, but yes, he did.
He definitely did.
Very much props to him. Like, if there's a game to be proud of in a ZVT matchup, like, that's one of those ones you hang up on your wall, you put a freaking frame on it. Yes, I won that game. But okay, Hellions coming across the field. They're going to find the Zergling Scout. But what can they really do? I mean, looking at this at home, we've got the Evolution Chamber starting for that wall, even a Spine on the way. 2 Hellions are going to be shut down pretty quickly.
Yeah, but might be able to shut down these creep tumors. But
Yeah, no cancel going off on
no.
the, or one cancel going off on the top one.
Yeah, so nothing really lost there for TLO, so it's continuing to produce Hellions as well. It's not just gonna be 4, it's gonna be 6.
I would actually really like to see him go as high as 10 and just force his way in.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see what he chooses to do. Spinecrawl has been moved forward. There's a lot of queens on the field. Speed is almost done. So once speed's on the way, or once speed's finished, it's a lot easier to catch these Hellions, but slow links do not stand a chance against Hellions whatsoever.
Yeah, they just get kited for forever, really.
Oh no, what do these drones do in AFK at the third? There we go, TLO does activate them, so to speak.
Yeah, small misclicks. We all do them.
Yeah, it's just sad when you see like a pro player do it, because you're like, you know they've got, like, look at their APM. Yeah, 290 APM type thing, whereas I'm sitting with like 64 APM, like some sort of noob. Like, yeah, it's okay for me to miss it.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, pros do it as well, it's okay.
Okay, we got the, I mean, the wall has started here for HeRoMaRinE. He's getting a nice defensive posture. He's not looking to play turtley by any means, but I mean, he's trying to buy himself time that he's not going to be really caught off guard while he gets his tech up, while he gets his infrastructure up. And, yeah, these 6 Hellions just hanging in the middle of the map, buying him a lot of control right now.
Yeah, definitely. And he's just doing the same as he did last game, really. It's almost an identical build. But I mean, he won a lot of games with it, so it's good, I guess.
Yeah, the Overlords are so fast now with that pneumatized carapace available so much earlier. It's pretty much impossible to catch them at this point once they've got that speed upgrade. But a 4th base on the way here for TLO, whereas our Terran player just now moving out to take a start and boldly doing so with a orbital command. Again, a lot of people, not just GMs, not just scrubs, not 2v2s, not 1v1s, a lot of people are preferring planetaries for these more forward bases because planetaries are so damn good. Oh, I would love if TLO could get some creep down.
A planetary would be so much safer, but you don't really want a planetary as your 3rd necessarily, right? You want that extra orbital command for the mules.
I love how TLO does this too. He like double expands when he knows there's not a lot going on because, you know, that's the best opportunity to do so, either while you're providing aggression or when you know your opponent's just teching up. Because, you know, HeRoMaRiNE's not pushing out anytime soon. He's not going to cancel that base location, and TLO confirms this with his continual scouting.
Yeah, for sure. And is he like... Yeah, he's just gonna swing around trying to catch these Hellions, and he will.
Well, he's gonna swarm on top of all of them. Jesus, that's a lot of Zerglings. So here we go with that pressure once more coming into the 3rd. No planetary, only an orbital. Not too many Marines here. A couple medevacs, but the Banelings following suit shortly after.
Nice position on the Marines, though.
Yeah, these Zerglings actually being made rather ineffective here, sadly, for TLO. But the Banelings, without speed, are forced to just waddle away. If he could have got some Banelings in there, he would have done a ton of damage. There's no question about it.
Yeah, talking about Banelings, check this on Naga, man. There's a lot of that incoming.
15 on the way. Some Hellbats though as well, and Hellbats are really good at soaking those Baneling hits. Marines with only 55 health, whereas Hellbats, despite still being light units, still have like, what, 135? Yeah, I can't click apparently. 135. Interesting choice to have Spore Crawlers in the middle of the map too. Alright, well the Baneling's going to try and roll in. Zergling's going to come in from behind, try and hold the units in place, but a beautiful spread out of HeRoMaRinE.
Such a nice angle of engagement by TLO, but I don't think he just has enough to...
No, Hellbats. They cast Magic Missile. Fireball.
It's not enough. Yeah, the Hellbats doing 30 damage against the lights are so good against the Lings. How much HP does the Ling actually have?
Enough to get
35.
Like 2-shot.
Yeah, it's almost a 1-shot then.
Again, that Spore Crawler is kind of interesting, looking to catch the medevacs, I think, but ultimately not doing too much.
Yeah, I think the Spore Crawler is just because he was expecting mines to be with it, so he doesn't lose an Overseer to a mine necessarily.
Yeah, it's hard to adapt to a Terran player that doesn't abuse Widow Mines, I guess, when you're expecting it from every single one of them. But okay, we got Pathogen Glands on the way, so it means Infestors, there we go, have started. And this is the sort of thing that TLO is going to need. I mean, those Fungals are critical for holding the units in place, because HeRoMaRinE, I mean, he smells Baneling's instant split.
And now trying to leapfrog his way forward, but TLO has a very nice concave setup, and
that spread, man.
But I don't know.
It's the second wave always. Like he loses his first line.
And these Banelings will be sniped right before they can...
TLO is finding himself in so much trouble despite having so many bases, so
but
much
he's fighting
economy.
on creep though.
Yeah, nothing outruns Banelings on creep, but there's still Hellbats and Marauders remaining. TLO's got to wait for that next reinforcing wave. Can't engage with too little. Ultralisk Cavern already on the way, hoping to beat HeRoMaRinE to the attack.
HeRoMaRinE is so impressive, and then he's in trouble. Lift off and go home.
Only
He's okay.
losing one worker though through all of that, interestingly enough.
Yeah, but there was two infestors right next to his medivacs and they didn't speed boost out, so he could have perhaps caught them, don't you think?
I didn't catch that, so maybe.
Maybe.
HeRoMaRinE now taking his 4th base, and this is what I was talking about before. Once a Terran player's on 4th bases, he's comfortably on 4th bases. Zerg player constantly expending minerals, constantly expendable units, but okay, no Vulcan's going down just yet.
Oh, but this split is way too strong for the amount of units TLO has.
Yeah, kind of splitting on Ultralisks. He's just got to pull back. He's got to wait till these Ultralisks are on the field. He can't take this fight without the Fungals and without the Banelings.
Yeah, and losing it in the process. TLO is taking the top base right now though, but what can he really do?
He can start using his infestors is what he can do, as they're not really being utilized to the best effect here today.
Yeah, all he needs is a couple of good fungals on some clumped up Marines, but...
Well, there's not a lot of medivacs here, right? They're all out of energy, so those aren't really the threat at this point. He's just got to hold the army in place for those Banelings to connect. Because look at this, the spread again.
One money shot. Here we go again.
Fungal gonna try and go off, but there's just so much, so spread. Banelings coming in from both sides. And
He's
TLO.
losing a couple of infestors before he can land the proper fungal, but that's a good fungal over there.
Again, another thing too is like even without infestors, I'm surprised we're not seeing Mutalisks come out today. As I think that'd be a huge asset to this. The Ultralisk falls immediately, and guys,
and another base falls.
GG out of TL. What?
Really? Huh?
I don't know.
Is this really happening?
HeRoMaRinE playing like some sort of Gosu GSL KOTH champion today, guys. Making players like TLO look like, well, not TLO.